Good morning. You guys remember who I am? Anybody remember my name? Okay, so let me tell you again. My name is Linda Dawson, and I'm from Trillium, and I'm from the Greenville office. And this morning again, we're going to be doing Eat the Rainbow. And Eat the Rainbow is a project through Trillium where we just kind of talk about eating healthy. So once a month, I will be bringing in new vegetables or new fruits and just kind of talking about healthy eating. So today we're going to be talking about pineapples. So just want to give you some information about pineapples and tell you some healthy things and some things you might not have known. So at any point, if anybody has any question, this is real laid back. It's not all stressed out. I want you guys to feel comfortable and just ask any questions that you feel like asking, okay? So one of the first things I want to tell you about pineapples is, well, that's the first thing. Does anybody know what this part of the pineapple is called? I knew you were going to know that. It is absolutely called the crown. And do you know what kind of things you can do with the crown?
You can regrow them.
You can absolutely regrow the crown. And how long does it take?
Don't know.
Okay. So growing the crown, you can plant it. You don't have to add anything extra to it. Just put it in dirt. You don't need any extra soil, no special additives or anything. You just put it in there, and it takes about 2 years to actually grow pineapples from the crown. So does anybody know what the bottom of the pineapple is called? No? It's actually called the butt. And in order to tell whether or not a pineapple is fresh and if it's ready, you smell the bottom of it. And if you smell the bottom of it, it has a sweet smell to it, and it actually smells like pineapple juice. So that's one of the ways to tell when a pineapple is ready. The other part of that is if you look at the leaves on the pineapple, they're all going upwards. They're kind of curling up. That's another way to tell when a pineapple is done and when it's ready. Another way to tell when a pineapple is ready, if you mash it, it almost feels spongy. And this one kind of has a little bit of a spongy give to it. Not as much as I would like, but it actually has a little spongy feel to it. Another thing about pineapples is they are 85% water, so they're really good for hydration. Did anybody know that? Okay, so that's another one of the things about pineapples.
I have a question.
Yes.
Will it ripen if you get one that's not quite right?
Okay, let me tell you about that. When you get a pineapple and it's not quite right, you give it a couple of days, but if you flip it upside down and just let it sit on the crown, the sugar from the bottom starts coming to the top. So if you let it sit for a couple of days, it starts to ripen a little more, and you get a sweeter pineapple. Okay? There's actually more than one type of pineapple. Another kind of pineapple is called a red pineapple. And I actually met a lady from Jamaica last week, and she was telling me that the red pineapples are not as sweet as these pineapples. And these are the ones we usually find in Food Lion and Nose Foods and places like that. So pineapples are really good for you. They're good for you. Anybody ever heard of gingivitis?
Yeah.
Okay. What is gingivitis?
I don't know.
But you've heard of it? Okay. So
Your gums bleed when you brush it.
absolutely. So yeah, it's gum disease, and it makes your gums bleed. But pineapples keep you from having gingivitis, so they're really good for your gums. Another good thing, when I look at your glasses, you made me think pineapples are good for your eyesight. They're full of vitamin A and vitamin B. So pineapples are really healthy for you. Another thing about pineapples, I always talk about medications and that kind of things, and some of the medications cause constipation. Pineapples are good to keep you moving, so get your little piece of pineapple. Also, you might find in the grocery stores where they've taken the skin off from them, they cut them up for you and have them all ready. It's a little more expensive to have them to cut it up for you, but I learned something else about pineapples. Once they're really, really ripe, you can actually take the crown off and put your finger in, and those little grooves, just pull them off with your thumb. And you know, we've always thought you have to take a knife or you have to have a special pineapple clipper. If they're really ripe, stick that thumb in there and just pull pieces off and share with somebody. Does anybody else know anything about pineapples or something you want to share with me about pineapples? Okay. What kind of ways can you eat pineapples?
Plain.
Plain. Okay.
Chopped up.
Chopped up.
Grilled.
Grilled. I love grilled pineapple. What other kind of ways?
Pineapple cake.
Pineapple. Love it. One of my favorite things. What else about pineapples?
Baked on ham.
Baked on, yes, especially around the
Oh,
holidays.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen that.
You ever had pineapple dipped in
That
chocolate?
looks so good.
Yeah, pineapple dipped in chocolate. Okay.
Dehydrated.
Yeah, dehydrated. Yeah, absolutely.
chocolate.
Dried pineapples. Yes, I usually like pineapples and bananas when it comes to that. Okay. So, is there anything else you guys know about pineapples? Anything you want to ask about pineapples?
I'm diabetic, is there something about diabetes?
Nope. You're fine to eat pineapples. Just don't overdo it. And you know everything in moderation. You don't want to ever overdo it. The other thing about pineapples, they're real acidic. They have a lot of acid in them. And I don't know if you've eaten a piece, you know, you've eaten a couple of pieces after a while, you get the
Yeah, the
or,
fruit that tries to
oh,
eat you.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what it feels like. After a while, your tongue might start feeling a little raw. So everything, again, in moderation. Don't overdo it. But pineapples are really good. Sweet. And then the inside, that yellow part, that fleshy part, that's the part that you eat on. Some of the other fruits you can eat the outside, but wouldn't recommend it for the pineapples. Okay?